What's going on, everybody? I got my friends with me. I got Chris of Dilemma Corner, the Islamic Deliminator, and Giant DLC. What's going on, guys?
What's up?
Doing good.
Yeah, doing good. Well, I got a doozy for us, man. We got Sheikh, Uthman, Ibn Fibn, Farouk. And you guys remember I had some run-ins with him. I had some discussions with him. And they didn't go his favor. They didn't go so well for him.
Find me an English translation looking at the meanings from all the Qur'an that gave a different meaning.
Wait.
Go ahead.
All right, beautiful. So
ahead.
first of all, you literally just tried to throw the Arabic under the bus.
Never.
And now he's appealing to the English and say, show me an English translation that shows a difference. Who is it that's being surprised? Is it Muhammad or is it Allah who's being surprised? He says, you wondered why they mocked. And the other one, Allah says, I wondered why they mocked. Which one is it?
Every English translation around the world that looked at all the translations said
English.
this
Now
was-
he's referring to English.
Again,
not the Arabic.
The reason I'm
Forget the
explaining
Arabic.
English
Let's go to
is
English.
because
And so now where we're at, just like he faked the hadith when he spoke to me.
I asked you, is there anywhere in the Quran or the Hadith
Yes.
where anybody else other than Jesus is called the Messiah?
Yes.
You said yes.
Yes.
It is a modern comment by a modern editor. It is not a hadith.
He is now faking discussions that we've had, and he's made an AI debate between me and him. And obviously, I look like I'm about to convert to Islam, unfortunately, with this video.
Hold on. So let me see if I understand this. He must have challenged you to an actual debate. You refused, backed down, and this left him no alternative. Since you refused to debate, this left him no alternative but to do an AI debate, something like that?
No, he never reached out to me to have a discussion. He's actually gone radio silent since the last time I spoke to him about Allah being a father in any sense. And then all of a sudden we get months later this pop-up video of him fabricating an AI debate with me.
Does he say your name? Is it clearly you?
It says GodLogic versus Sheikh Uthman. That's what it says.
So hang on. After faking a hate crime against himself, now he's faking debates.
Now he's faking debates.
He's faking hadith, hate crimes, now debates.
Hey, hang on. Is anyone here not willing to debate Sheikh Uthman?
I relish the opportunity. He ran for me when I met him in the UK.
I would love to have a conversation with Uthman, man. We from the same side of the town. He's from California, so
Could he even assuming he's traveling and he's so busy, could he even just call in your show?
he can call in anytime.
Wait. So he would rather I'm trying to process this, right? Because there's a guy that Muslims regard as this champion debater who will not actually do a formal debate.
Nope, he won't do a formal debate. He won't even set up a moderated discussion where you can have just an open dialogue and maybe somebody neutral moderates. He won't even do that with us. Matter of fact, David, this is the same guy who showed up in New York a week or 2 weeks after us and said, "Where we at?"
You mean where we announced it 2 months ahead of time that we were going to be there? And so every Dawa guy on the planet who wanted to step up to the mic could have done so, but they didn't. They all ran.
Well, let's look into this debate and let's see how I did, guys. You ready?
Yep.
Let's see it.
All right, let's see how I did. Here we go.
Hey, at least he made you look cool.
Hey, so DLC, when you was asking what's my my goal, a little bit like this, a little lean muscle like this.
Why do you make you
Wait,
blind
is this
though?
inspiration for you? Were
It's
you
my
like,
inspiration.
I need to end up like this guy?
It's a bit disturbing that another man would make you look like that.
It is a little bit,
Yeah.
especially a Dawa guy, right? It's like,
This
why
is
would you
how-
be like, hey, AI, can you draw me a cartoon image of this guy, but make him look really buff?
Hey,
It's like,
we need a warning for all you Muslim ladies who are watching. Lower your gaze.
Lower your gaze.
Lower your gaze.
Wait, so is Uthman going to be even more Muslim?
Well, let's see. Let's see how it goes.
And is he actually gonna have eyeballs?
He's trying not to break the sunnah.
Oh, good.
It's around. All right, here we go, guys.
Making images, man.
If the Quran is preserved, why did Uthman burn copies of the Quran?
he burned copies with tribal dialects
wow.
and notes
Exactly
to
like you
protect
do.
the Quran.
Burning them sounds suspicious.
He burned personal copies and dialectal variations to prevent confusion. The original Quran was not burned.
Do you even have original manuscripts to prove it?
Yes, we still have it in a museum in Turkey, and thousands of Muslims have memorized every single word. That's true preservation.
So you see how
Whoa.
it says,
Oh.
look,
Yeah, it says your
GodLogic
name.
versus Sheikh Uthman. And this is how he really wishes it went.
I think his mission was how many lies can I fit into what is this 30 seconds? How many lies can I fit into 30 seconds?
He didn't make himself as
Yeah.
buff as you, so he's like a sidekick. There's no
Yeah.
fantasy.
Now let's really quick before we get into the rebuttals here and start dissecting his argument. Let's see what the Muslims say. Let's see. Please don't bring AI garbage. Just keep everything original. Don't do this AI. Stop, please, Sheikh.
Oh, man.
Nah, we don't need this.
Wow.
Oh,
Let me-
wow. So
let me make
they're
this
not
bigger.
fans, eh?
They're
Yeah.
not
don't like
fans
it.
of this.
Oh, huh.
They don't like this.
That's
Yeah.
pretty bad because normally they'll cheer for literally anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at all those likes.
Yeah,
Look
let
at
me
all
go ahead
those
and
likes.
add. Let me go ahead and add one more to that. I love your videos, but please don't make this type of AI videos. Let's go ahead and get out of likes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, he's
Y'all
cooked in
cooked in
comics
comics
too.
Whoa, look at that.
Win, Sheikh Uthman. Look, and he hearted that one.
Wow. He actually hearted that one? Yo.
He didn't heart
Yeah,
any of the Arabic ones because he
He
couldn't
liked
read them.
this one. He's seen all these, but he liked this one.
Huh.
He liked that one. Let's see another one. Let's see. I thought it was haram to replicate Allah's creation like this, voice and image, since that's clearly AI of Sheikh Uthman.
Everyone's going to
Says
start
his name.
worshiping that image, man. Well, they already do.
Are you telling me that if you remove the eyes, that makes it okay? Is that his thinking there? That's really
Yeah,
weird
that's
to
his
me.
thinking.
Thinking, but there's nothing to back it up.
See, this is what sheikhs do, guys. They always try to look for loopholes.
Mhm.
Loophole. But the Muslims aren't buying it. They're actually
Sheikh
calling
ibn
them out
loophole.
on it.
Incredible.
Sheikh ibn loophole.
Sheikh ibn loophole.
So now
You can tell
let's
that he took off
Go
his
ahead.
eyes. Look, because the color is slightly different.
Yeah, so he made it, and then they had to color. Yeah. DOC's right.
Mhm.
It had
Yeah.
eyes, and then they actually
Please
colored them
remove the
out.
eyes.
Yeah,
they cropped it out.
yeah, because he was like, no, Muslims will instantly start worshiping, and Muslims are like, I see images, I have to start worship. Oh wait, it's got no eyes. They took out the eyes. Okay, now I know I can't worship it.
All right, so now let's actually just hear this one more time so we can get his claims accurate, and then I want you guys to dissect this a bit. Okay, so let's see.
If the Quran is preserved, why did Uthman burn copies of the Quran?
He burned copies with tribal dialects and notes to protect the Quran.
Burning them sounds
Wait,
We'll pause it there.
point number one. There's a lot to say about that. So he says like notes. I think he's trying to get at the idea that these were personal
Footnotes?
copies and stuff. Yeah,
He's the expert
footnotes,
on,
right?
he's the expert on footnotes, I have to say.
Oh yeah.
If there's a footnote, he knows it. He knows
This
it.
is one of his official names is Sheikh Ibn Footnote. So
There's no grounding for this. I mean, ultimately, the first compilation before him was destroyed, right, by Abu Bakr and Zayd ibn Thabit. So unless you want to think that they killed lots of animals, got lots of skins, produced this Quran, like 6,000 odd verses of it, so a big, thick book or whatever, then decided to do nothing with it because it was a personal copy, that to me is insane. That's absolutely insane to think that. Why would you think that? So I think that like that kind of narrative is really dumb anyway. Something that destroys variants is not preserving anything. No one in scholarship is going to tell you if you go around destroying variants, you're preserving something. No, all you're doing is destroying the variants. You're hiding it. You know, you're literally taking stuff and hiding it intentionally. And this is why scholars today don't say we have the Quran of Muhammad. They say we have the Quran of Uthman at best, if you can even agree with that. Because you can't go beyond Uthman because you don't have anything. He destroyed them all.
So where do they get this idea that, oh, you know, what was burned were, you know, copies that just had footnotes in them and other people's notes, and where do they get this from?
yeah, well that's completely made up. But also it's a weird situation where you could like suppose we grant what you said. Supposedly the Quran is so impossible to imitate and so on that any Arab speaker, if he saw notes, he's not going to confuse that with the Quran. So that wouldn't have been confusing at all. Why would you have a problem with notes? I mean, that would have just basically been like tafsir and so on. So why would you have a problem with that? Don't you think Muslims they would have been able to tell the difference? But even if you grant this common myth that he was just getting rid of all the dialectical differences, if, as they believe, Allah revealed it in these different dialects, now there's no real basis for claiming that that's what the 7 ahruf were. But supposing we grant, just for argument's sake, that Allah revealed the Quran in all these different dialects, who in the name of common sense gave the Caliph Uthman the authority to get rid of 6 out of the 7 different versions that Allah revealed the Quran in. This is what seriously amazes me, is they'll come up with all these explanations, and you get to the Qira'at and so on, then it's like, oh, and this guy said it's 7 different Qira'at, and oh no, later on this guy said 10, and they'll just take it for granted. It's like, are these guys prophets to you? Who gave these guys authority to decide what Quran they want preserved and what Quran they want people to have access to? It's like they need a bunch of inspired prophets after Muhammad in order to even justify all these things that they're doing, but they don't have a problem. And it's like any random Muslim could come along and say, oh, you know what? I'm getting rid of half the Qurans and I'm keeping these, and I decided that this, and I'm saying it's this, and they'll just, oh, yep, see, that's fine. Like, what do they need to see before they realize they've got a completely man-made religion?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like when you ask them why Uthman burned the Quran, they'll say something like to get rid of dialect. And then what about the Qur'an today? They're all dialects. So did he get rid of them or did they stay? Which one is it?
A good point.
Well, he tried. But.
So with this being said now, so that's point number 1 that he said. Let's see what else he says here. So
Suspicious.
He burned personal copies and dialectal variations to prevent confusion. The original Quran was not burned.
So he did this to prevent confusion, burned tribal.
We're still confused.
Dialects. We're still confused.
And Muslims are still confused too, because you can get 50 different answers about what this is.
To DOC's point, if his mission was to get rid of the different dialects, the confusing dialects, then why do they claim that these different Qira'at are still just different dialects and not just different Qurans, just different dialects of the same Quran? Did he fail? Did he succeed? What took place here?
Yeah, that's a good point. I want to just illustrate, as part of that little clip we watched, it starts with you saying, that sounds suspicious. And I just thought, well, hang on a sec, wait. Is that symbolic of what you or any of us have just said in response to the first bit? No. We gave actual points, detailed points to refute that. And all he can make you say is, that looks suspicious. Which
That's it. No arguments, no points, actually. Just me just being skeptical, I guess. Whatever this representative is.
Basically, I'm not sure. So,
I'm not sure. But I don't have a rebuttal.
What I find really interesting there is he used the term original Quran, which is funny because if you take that literally, the original Quran, when it was first compiled, was destroyed. So that like from a literal factual sense is wrong. Uthman was the second compilation of the Quran, done 20 years after the original. And yeah, that's the one supposedly we have today, not the actual one produced by Abu Bakr. So yeah, that's not the case. And again, we don't know what Uthman changed. We don't know what he took out, what he added. I mean, there are many Muslim companions who had a lot of issues with Uthman and this Quran that he supposedly made. Why not think that their issues with him and the Quran that he made is an indicator that he took liberties with the compilation of the Quran? But of course, because he destroyed everything else, we don't have like, scholarship doesn't have any way of figuring out what was before it. Right. So you literally, as a Muslim, you have faith in an intentional destruction of the Quran that you believe that was done faithfully. It was a faithful destruction of the Quran according to Muslims. We don't have that in our religion, and thank God we don't.
Imagine if we did. Imagine if Paul had a closed transmission of the New Testament, and they would hop on it if we had something in our history saying, see, Paul picked Timothy and Titus and Luke.
And then he destroyed everything else.
Yeah, destroyed everything else. Even got into a fight with Peter over it, beat Peter to a bloody pulp. And then said, here you guys go.
Following up with what Chris just pointed out, let me give 2 quotations here. So this is from Ibn Sa'd, volume 2, page 444. Abdullah ibn Masud, in response to this official Quran by Zayd ibn Thabit, he said, the people have been guilty of deceit in the reading of the Quran. I like it better to read according to the recitation of him, Muhammad, whom I love more than that of Zayd ibn Thabit. So this is Abdullah ibn Masud saying, I like the Quran as it was recited by Muhammad, not this guy's version. And then in Jami at-Tirmidhi, so even Muslims who don't have Ibn Sa'd on their shelves, Jami at-Tirmidhi 3104, Abdullah ibn Masud says this, O you Muslim people, avoid copying the Mus'haf and recitation of this man. By Allah, when I accepted Islam, he was but in the loins of a disbelieving man, meaning Zayd ibn Thabit. And it was regarding this that Abdullah ibn Masud said, O people of Al-Iraq, keep the Musahif that are with you and conceal them. So he's saying, hide your Quran Qurans from this guy because they want to burn them all. Now, just think about that. Whatever you want to say these differences were, if you want to say they're just dialects, one, who gives this guy authority to destroy 6 of the 7 different ways that Allah revealed them? 2, why did Muhammad's top guy? Muhammad said, if you want to learn the Quran from anyone, learn it from Abdullah ibn Masud. And Abdullah ibn Masud is the very guy who's saying, don't go with this guy's Quran. I like Muhammad's recitation better than this guy's recitation. What's going on? Was the one they preserved not in Muhammad's dialect? Because Abdullah ibn Masud, the very guy Muhammad said, if you want to learn the Quran from anyone, learn it from him, is freaking out saying, don't go with that guy's recitation. I like Muhammad's recitation better. So, yeah.
Just to add, David, real quick, Abdullah ibn Masud, as you pointed out, David, he was one of the master reciters of the Quran. That in Hadith is called that. In authentic Hadith is called that. He was not invited to join Uthman when he was compiling his Quran. He was excluded intentionally.
Wow.
So you got to think, hang on a second. Wait. You got the best guy who knows the Quran, like better than anyone else. He is one of the best reciters, memorizers of the Quran. You then have this guy, Uthman, who's a caliph now, going, I don't like Abdullah ibn Masud. He's got this different Quran. He's got his own codex, all the way up north. Kind of don't want him around, because it might make things a bit awkward when we realize we have 2 different Qurans. Yeah, I'm just not going to invite him. And then I'm going to tell people to destroy his codex, because that way no one finds the evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I just wanted to point out, you're talking about Abdullah ibn Masud not being invited here. This is the one guy Muhammad invited out into the desert to watch the Zut party, right? This is the one guy. That's how tight these guys are. Like this. He's the only one. He's his closest companion. Hey, I don't want anyone watching what's going on with the Zut except this guy, who also happens to be my best reciter of the Quran.
Maybe he's worried to bring it up. Like maybe he's worried to be like, oh, you're missing the chapter of Al-Zut.
Yeah. What happened to Surah Al-Zut? Hey, we need to write. If Sheikh Uthman wants to go the AI route, we'll get AI to write Surah Al-Zut about the story of Muhammad and Al-Zut, and he can't complain. He can't complain because it's just AI, and he's fine with that.
Just
but
make sure you blank out their eyes, man. Just make sure we blank out their eyes.
The Zut with no eyes and Muhammad with no eyes. See, now we know how to do Muhammad cartoons. We'll just do Muhammad cartoons, but no eyes, and then they won't be offended.
This sounds like permission. We've been given permission by Sheikh Uthman here. We got a Sheikh's opinion. This is Islamically acceptable to represent the Al-Zut just as long as they have no eyes.
Yeah, so this is actually like a different kind of Islamic dilemma. It's like, did Muhammad know the Quran? Did he know who knew the Quran best and who to trust best? If you say yes, okay, that's Abdullah ibn Masud. That's what Muhammad said. And Abdullah ibn Masud said, guys, don't go with Zayd's Quran. Go with the Quran. Go with the Quran as Muhammad recited it, not this guy's Quran. So if Muhammad knew who was the best reciter, then the Quran you have today is wrong. And if Muhammad didn't know who had the correct recitation, why are you believing in him? You believe in someone else who's a higher authority than Muhammad himself about the Quran, and that's Zayd ibn Thabit. So he must be the real prophet here.
So these are the real type of rebuttals that would have been brought out in a conversation with Uthman regarding the different Qurans they have.
Why went
not
AI?
Whatever fabrication AI this was.
Let's see what he brings up and puts in your mouth, like in the thing. I bet it's nothing like that.
I convert to Islam, alhamdulillah.
The next scene is just Avery, but like in proper Islamic gear.
Right. Now you've convinced me, you see. Nah. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys do want to see an actual conversation that I had with Uthman regarding the different Qurans, you can check out this video. It's going to be in the description. When he was in Balboa Park, he came with Sneeko, and we discussed if whether variants make a book corrupt or not. And so he said yes for the Bible. So then I had a field day with it when it came to the Quran. So have fun and enjoy watching that video. In the meantime, make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe, and put it in the comment section. Let's get some engagement. Did you guys like the debate, the AI debate? Tell me what y'all think. Peace out. See y'all later.
I'm ready to convert.